All right, guys. Sorry for the poor audio quality if it's bad, but I'm doing this on my phone, obviously, as I'm driving. I just got out of seeing Dragon Ball Superhero, which, first off, let's just say that is the dumbest damn title of an anime movie I've ever freaking heard of. Uh, just so damn redundant, in my opinion. uh, but anyhow, this is going to be a non-spoiler review of Dragon Ball Superhero. My initial thoughts, uh, and then I'll talk about where I think that they're going to go with the franchise from that point on. In another video, when I do a spoiler review, which I'm hoping to hook up with a few people within the Dragon Ball community to do. If not, I'll just do that one by myself solo. But luckily, I was able to see the movie after work because I was able to get out of work fast enough today. And let's just say, and this is probably just a critique on my part, due to I'm an original Dragon Ball fan. Like the animation style wise, but I did not like the animation style of this movie. Not one bit. I like the old school hand drawn animation style with a few computer graphics mixed in for good measure, just because. Like Broly, I thought was a really good mix of the CGI and the hand drawn material. Do not expect hand drawn material in this movie because you're going to be highly disappointed. And personally, it took me out of the movie. That was my biggest drawback on it. My second critique of the movie is it felt very, very, very rushed. It felt like it had a really great premise behind it. Like it could have been a great drawn out story. It probably would have worked better as a saga than it did as a movie. But this also is my critique of the first two Dragon Ball Super movies, which ended up being drawn out as sagas anyhow. So I don't know, maybe they're going to do this with Superhero or not, but I feel like this would have been a better saga or an arc than a movie. So otherwise, it was a good film. It relied on a lot of secondary characters, actually. And when I say I mean, yeah, I guess you could say secondary characters because your primaries are go-tos or your Goku. So together, and it actually worked out pretty well. Couple of inside jokes there towards the end. Definitely a few references for those that are fans of the Cell Saga, Android Saga. But that's as far as I'll go with those details. So you guys, any further than that, we're going to go into spoiler territory, and we're not going to do that here. Trying to think what else. Couple characters feature for all new characters that are introduced. I'm assuming, from my understanding, is that this movie is canon to the Dragon Ball Super timeline, which means that this will have influences on the overall franchise. Now, it'd be interesting to see where this fits in with the manga, because if you're up to date with the manga, the Granola arc just finished. this past week. Well, I guess this month because it's uh, released monthly. But the granola arc is officially done. Thank God, because that was a terrible, terrible arc. One of the more depressing, disappointing arcs of recent Dragon Ball franchise history. So it'll be interesting to see where this movie fits in chronologically with the manga timeline. Unless they just take the shortcut like they did with Broly, and they'd be like, yeah, Broly happened, and that's a story for another time, or however they addressed it in the manga, which was a really cheap shortcut in explaining the timeline process. But yeah, there's some nice little Easter eggs sprinkled throughout the movie for everybody, for Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball Z fans, Dragon Ball Super fans. Few movies get referenced. So we get a few callbacks to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, which is nice. Yeah, there really isn't much I can talk about with this film without going into spoiler territory now that I think about it. It's really kind of difficult. But I will definitely be doing a spoiler review probably in a couple days' time. I just don't probably do it like Monday, I would think. So be watching for that. You want to see if I can get a hold of a couple of people within the Dragon Ball on board and talk Dragon Ball Superhero. I would never get used to that name. I hate that name for that title. I wish they would have came up with something different. I understand. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. But yeah. So you understand why they call it Dragon Ball Superhero here when you see the movie, I guess. Personally, I still don't like it, even though I understand it, but I don't like it. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. Don't have anything else really to talk about. Everything else is in spoiler territory around me. Because when I start talking about one thing, it's going to lead into everything else that happens throughout the movie, and then the whole movie's going to be ruined for you. My understanding is this movie is only out for this week only here in America. So if you're going to see it in theaters, you're going to have to do it this week. At least for me locally, it's only available up till Wednesday. So, but I don't know if that's everywhere else. I live in the middle of absolute nowhere, Pennsylvania, as you can tell by the fields that I'm driving by. This is pretty much my entire life right here. And I see it every day on my job because I deliver your Amazon packages. So, yeah, I'm in the middle of BFE, Pennsylvania. And about 20 minutes in that direction to the north is Williamsport, which is where Little League World Series is currently happening. So that just kind of gives you a perspective of where I'm at. But yeah, we'll catch you in a couple days with the spoiler review for Dragon Ball Superhero. And if I can get people lined up for it, I will be making that announcement on my social media platforms. So be watching for that. Until then, go see the movie. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, support the movie. Support any anime movie that gets released, because the more we support anime movies, the more that they're enticed to bring them out to us in theaters here in America. So please support anime. If you're an anime fan, please support anime. It's the only thing I can say about that. So go see the film, enjoy yourself, throw a little popcorn in your face, just escape. If you're like me right now, we're in the middle of a little short heat wave. Go to the theaters and escape the heat. God knows they're air conditioned. So, but yeah, enjoy the film. Uh, in the comments below, please tell me what you think of Dragon Ball Superhero. Let's keep the spoilers to bay until like the spoiler review video comes out. You put all your spoiler comments in that video, in that comment section. So this one here, give me your thoughts, vague overview thoughts of what you think about the film without going into spoiler territory. So, but have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video.